He was reborn as the weakest race, as a goblin. But this race has an insane passive. He can get stronger by mating. Yeah, you didn't misunderstand. He gets more powerful by having babies. And he can do it with any species. Humans, other goblins, and even elves. Is that even right? They wanted to be the new chief. They even wanted the old prey the chief left behind. They could smell mating in the air. But there was one different goblin, who called himself the guardian of that prey. Suddenly he hears something, and runs to see what's going on. A bunch of goblins were attacking the girl. You know exactly what was about to happen.
What?
When they saw the different goblin, they got furious and attacked. But he took out one of his brothers easily. This goblin had a weapon. And because of that, all the others ran off in panic. The girl thanks the goblin for saving her again. The problem is, he wasn't always a goblin. He was a human named Lin Tian, but he got taken out by Truck Kun. It's always you, huh, Truck Kun? Now he's a goblin, and he has a system, even though it looks like it hasn't been 100% initialized yet. The girl also taught him things about this world. The gods created it and created monsters too. Humans have powers as well, but he reincarnated as the weakest, most despicable monster. Even among goblins he's weak because of his stats. But we can't forget he can get stronger by mating. And this one here already looks like she's got a full belly. Naturally, there are no female goblins, so they need to mate with other species. The problem is, he used to be human, and that feels wrong. The girl says he's different, and that he doesn't want to live with those goblins. Then she talks about a group of knights arriving, and that they'd let him live in the village if she explains. But suddenly he hears goblins coming. He yells for the curvy girl to run with him. A goblin actually shows up, but he was running around saying the humans arrived and that he wanted to mate to get strong. Even at the end of its life, the beast's instinct is to find a hole. With a single hit, he sent his brother to go mate in hell. Looks like the humans really did come. The girl happily says it must be the knights and even cries with joy. Come to think of it, our goblin, even though he's weak, is kinda pot-bellied, right? Suddenly he stops. A man was using a skill right in front of him and wiped out several of his brothers at once. That guy was really strong. He was mad because the goblins tore his new cape. But the problem was his status. It was way too high. Is he really a human? The girl yells that they're there, but our little potbelly just keeps thinking. Suddenly he realizes something is wrong. The knight's sword was already about to cut the girl in half. He saves her, and she falls into a very mating-looking pose. At first, Potbelly thought he might have been mistaken because of the darkness, but he gives off an aura that makes it seem like it wasn't that. The girl claims her name is Kalia, and he says he knows that, but he says she's already been corrupted by the goblins, and might even be pregnant with theirs. She cries and says she wasn't corrupted thanks to him. She says that while pointing at Potbelly saying he saved her, but the knight doesn't care. Potbelly runs. He shoves her, telling her to run, while he grabs the staff. He'll probably die from this hit, but the hit didn't reach him thanks to a golden light. A woman ordered Loder the knight to stop. Kalia asks the saint to save her, begging with all her strength. The saint asks if the goblin can understand what she's saying. This was his chance to get out of here. He says yes. He quickly tells everything about being a human, and not being from this world. After seeing the saint, he's probably wanting her blessings. Loder is impressed, while the saint says he is a gift from the Holy Mother. The blonde woman asks if he really didn't attack her, and Kalia confirms it. So they decide to take the goblin to analyze him later. The saint asks if he accepts, and right away he says yes. With a snap of her fingers, she undoes the barrier. While walking, she orders Loder to do it. The fat guy was about to start thanking her for being saved, but she cuts him off saying yes. Suddenly, Kalia gets stabbed somewhere else, not in the mating spot. What is happening? The one he suffered so much to protect was taken out by her own companions? The saint, with a nasty look and two huge melons, says he better pay her back properly when they return. A week after what happened, Loder was giving a speech in the square, talking about having wiped out the goblins. The whole population cheers for revenge. He lies, saying the goblins killed Kalia, but that it's already been dealt with. The saint says the sanctuary will always protect the devoted, and that's how they controlled the masses. The more prayers, the stronger the sanctuary would be. I barely gave the pedal one turn and the chain already popped off. Suddenly someone calls out for Saint Evelia. She looks at him with disdain. Our fat guy is completely busted up. He yells furiously, cussing her out with everything he's got. She just praises him for his vitality, for still being alive, but says she's going to test the effects of the poisons on the goblin. That makes him furious. He yells that she fooled everyone and even killed Kalia, but she just stabs him. Kalia was killed because she was seduced by a goblin and spoke on his behalf. That's betrayal against humanity. To Evelia, goblins are just parasites, and he should accept her using his body to help with human experiments. But is he going to die? Was his mistake reincarnating with a human? Merciful heart? He was tortured every day just for fun until he was killed. If he had another chance, he'd never trust humans again. He would get revenge on every last one of them. Suddenly he finds himself somewhere else. The system warns him he was the dumbest of all the transmigrators, and offers him the chance to restart. At least the system is honest. Only now he understood that his system had to die to activate. He was offered to go back 1 week in time with his current memories. This was a chance for revenge. With his own hands he's going to get revenge on Loder and Evelia. So he returned to the goblin's nest, but this time with a small boost from the system. The system warns that if he dies again it's all over, and that the humans are coming. He also has the ability to simulate a decision, and he can use it once a day, so he quickly activates it. In the current scenario, the cave has been discovered by Loder, and he needs to escape death. The options would be, warn the other goblins, abandon them and run, And lastly, hide and pray that Loader doesn't find him. But he knows that even if he gathers the goblins, they wouldn't stand a chance. Even so, to test it, he chose the option that gave him the most system points. But in that simulation, he got killed by the human group for overestimating the goblin's strength. But he gained the 10 points. He already knew he couldn't trust the goblins. But now he has points and decides to open the exchange window. There are various weapons at different prices, but with 10 points he can only buy an elven dagger. That gives him 10% speed and 15 strength. Our former fat guy asks why he still hasn't found Kalia. The system warns that because of his rebirth, some details changed and Kalia wasn't captured. So now he just has to escape and survive. At the cave entrance, some guards say goblins are disgusting. Our goblin pinches his nose and imitates a girl calling for help. The guards get excited to kill the survivor even if they're human, since it's Loader's order. Sneaking in, smiling. He tells the person not to be afraid, but then he gets hit right in the head. The revenge is only just beginning. The wounded soldier starts shaking in pain. The other guard walks over, asking why he's taking so long, not realizing what's happened. Lintine smiles, thrilled that the plan is working. Quickly, our boy rushes at another guard, his super sharp dagger making the guy freeze, clueless about what's happening. Lintine snaps a punch into the soldier's face, and the man starts to crumple. Fueled by rage and pure agility, the kid leaps on top of him and goes to work. Just like Lintine guessed, the dagger is insanely sharp. He carves a huge cut into the soldier, and the guard panics, collapsing to the ground. Thinking it's over, the soldier asks if Lintine can speak the human language. Then he begs for mercy, pleading with the kid not to finish him. Trying to tug at Lin's sympathy, the soldier pulls out a photo of his family, saying they're waiting for him at home. When he sees the kid hesitate and realizes Lin understands him, the guard calls Tian smart and claims he was only following orders from the Holy Order. Then he tries to buy trust, promising gold and young women, fresh and juicy, all while planning to grab his weapon and strike. Thinking Lintine got distracted by the bait, the guard lunges like a sneaky rat, calling him a stupid beast. But the soldier doesn't get what he expects. With speed and that brutal dagger, Lintine cuts down the sneaky rat before he can even reach him. The kid kicks off the first part of his revenge. Our protagonist is dead set on making the most of his last chance at reincarnation, in a world where humans betrayed him. Lintine feels more and more certain his revenge will succeed. Then he hears Loader's voice nearby and thinks the captain is coming to capture him. He puts his plan into motion and takes the guard's clothes. Leaving the area with the soldier's outfit in hand, Lintine says he'll soon find Loader and Ephraia. At that moment, the captain and the saint arrive at the spot where the guards were taken down. Loader wonders if goblins could really have finished off those soldiers. Ephraia thinks a little monster that took out 2 guards might be a mutant. The captain tells his ally that if that's true and the news spreads through the village, the consequences could be catastrophic. Stepping on the fallen guard, Loader seethes, calling him useless for losing to a single goblin. Meanwhile, the sadistic Ephraia lights up at the thought of a mutant little monster, saying it'll be a lot of fun. With a dark look, almost turned on by the idea of a different goblin, the little saint says that if they catch him, she's going to have a lot of fun with it. Then we're back in the forest where the kid escaped. Lin Tian feels relieved, seeing his plan finally working, and knowing he made it out of that cave. While eating, he says he'll deal with his enemies the goblin way, using veracity to boost his stats and expand his influence. With a dark stare, swallowed by hate, Lin says that in this life he'll make every man's only wish be death, and every woman will desire him and cry at his feet. Hearing the bushes rustle, he wonders if Loader and the others still haven't given up. Then Lin Tian spots someone hooded stepping out from behind the brush. He attacks immediately, not giving the intruder a chance to counter. Startled, the figure trips on a rock. Lin Tian stops short, shocked to see it's a goblin. He can't believe it. He's even more stunned when the goblin speaks, talking and expressing herself like he can. Still, he doesn't drop his guard. Whoever this is, she was hiding. Then something hits him even harder. Lin Tian can't figure out why this goblin has feminine features, because goblins are only male, and that's why they can only reproduce with other species. The frightened female begs him not to hurt her, and says she only came to get water, which makes him suspicious. Lin Tian can't wrap his head around a little monster. Speaking in full sentences, he checks her status and sees something that makes his blood run cold. If a male mates with a female of the same species, he'll become a goblin god. Lin Tian is amazed as he realizes that if he hooks up with her, it could be the perfect chance to become strong enough to face his enemies. Desperate and fearing for her, the girl tells Lin Tian her boss sent her to fetch water, and if she comes back without it, he'll beat her until he's done. She freezes when she realizes a goblin is talking to her, and even trying to calm her down. Lin Tian warns her that if she keeps crying, she'll draw Loader and his group straight to them. Still stunned, she asks if he can really speak like she does. He says yes. Lin Tian remembers goblins usually can't speak coherently, which is why she never talked much with the others in her tribe. Grateful, the girl tells him he's kind. She says the little monsters usually hit her and insult her, then asks if he wants to come with her to the village. Lin Tian spots another chance to get stronger. He perks up and asks if there's really a goblin tribe nearby, but he stays cautious. He doesn't know if Loader's group is still on his trail, and finding somewhere safe matters most. Still, with revenge on his mind and power as the goal, he tells her he'll go with her to the goblin village. He admits he's been wondering where he could find subordinates to recruit, and asks her to take him to her tribe. Soon, the village comes into view. When the goblins notice someone unfamiliar approaching, they watch from a distance, curious. Then they start mocking Lin Tian's clothes for looking human, calling him a weird creature. Lin Tian sees an opening to start his revenge plan against this tribe. Determined to earn their trust, he says he's here to join them and asks them to call their leader. The goblins laugh, saying the chief isn't someone he can see, just because he feels like it. Annoyed, the girl snaps at them, saying Lin Tian isn't a bad person, and telling them not to do anything rash. Then a voice cuts in, asking why the whole tribe is gathered in one place, making so much noise. Lin Tian's eyes light up as the goblin chief finally appears. The leader storms in, furious, demanding to know who's causing trouble in his tribe. Lin Tian quickly checks the chief's stats, then looks surprised. There's a high-level goblin here. The chief turns to the girl and asks if she brought the outsider. She says she did because he had nowhere else to go. The leader looks pleased and thanks her. Then, without warning, the chief orders the goblins to kill Lin Tian and eat him. The girl panics as the monsters close in. Lin Tian yanks out his dagger. He holds the knife up for the chief and the others to see, and says he knows how to make weapons like it. If they let him into the tribe, he can make everyone stronger. The chief, intrigued, orders them to stop. The leader steps closer, hungry for power. He says Lin Tian doesn't seem to be lying, and asks what kind of weapon he can make. Lin Tian puts his plan into motion. He says that if they can find ore, he can forge simple iron weapons, and with time make something even stronger. To seal it, he tells the chief those daggers would let them defeat monsters, even humans. The goblins erupt with excitement, talking about having meat, not needing to hide in the forest anymore, and how they prefer fresh elves. The chief decides to give Lin Tian a chance. He orders the tribe to find iron ore for 3 days so Lin Tian can make the weapons, and says if he fails, they'll finish him off. Then the chief points at the girl. She's going too, and if Lin Tian can't deliver, she'll die with him. After giving the orders, the leader leaves. Lin Tian hugs the girl and mutters that the old guy is cruel, not even sparing his own people. He says he'll have to make some weapons to buy time and get stronger. With that, he moves toward his goal. With a few goblins and his new friend, Lin Tian heads out to search for iron ore as ordered. Then the girl tells them to wait, saying she's exhausted because they've been walking all day. Annoyed, one of the little monsters kicks the girl. Furious, the goblin hits her, calls her ugly, and says if she doesn't find ore, he'll finish her off. She promises she won't complain anymore. The others pile on too, hitting her, calling her lazy, laughing, saying they'll finish her off. Out of nowhere, our boy hurls a rock and nails the little monster who is kicking her. Defending his new friend, Lin Tian tells them he brought them to find iron ore, not to fight. He's fed up too. He already explained what to look for, and if they want to live, they'd better start obeying him. Otherwise, they'll all be finished off by his dagger. The little monsters start trembling. They back away from the girl, muttering that the guy will finish them off with iron weapons. Then they threaten him instead, saying when he's done, the chief won't forgive him. Lin Tian's stomach tightens. They're right, even if he completes the task in 3 days, it's only a matter of time before he gets finished off. He looks at the girl and remembers something. If a male goblin mates with a female of the same species, he'll become a legendary divine goblin. Seeing her shaking, he tells her not to cry and calls her Lula. He steps closer to calm her down. Lin Tian cups Lula's face and asks if she wants to stay with him. If she agrees, he'll protect her, give her food, a warm place to live, and she won't be attacked anymore. Determined to get stronger, he says he always keeps his promises, but they're too weak to fight and he needs her help to get stronger. Lula, excited at the chance to stop being beaten by those horrible little monsters, asks how they could get stronger. Lin Tian tells her that if she's willing to have children with him, it'll make him stronger, and then he'll keep his promise to protect her. Confused and embarrassed, Lula admits she's never mated with a male. Lin Tian tries to reassure her. If she agrees, she won't need to worry. He'll take care of the rest. Then something unexpected happens. Lin Tian leans in and kisses Lua. He takes her hands like he's starting some playful game. Willing to help her friend get stronger, Lua begs Lin Tian to let her have his babies. When he tries to have children with her, the system tells the reincarnated guy they'll have 7 children, and that this will increase his level cap. It also says that because of the increased cap, he receives +9 attack, +100 HP, and +10 defense. Lin Tian's physique shifts completely. After the upgrades, he checks his strength stats. Muscular and thrilled, he says he didn't just level up, his body changed too, and now they'll have a better chance of defeating the goblin priest. Right after that, he takes off the clothes that don't fit anymore. He comforts Lua and tells her that now she belongs to him, and he'll protect her like he promised. Lua looks at him with love and calls him kind. Then they hear screams and cries for help from the goblins searching for iron ore. A huge magical wolf bursts out, attacking a little monster running for his life, clutching something in his arms. Lin Tian's surprised they actually found iron ore, but they found trouble too. Keeping his promise, he tells Lua to wait while he heads toward the magical wolf. The beast is about to devour the little monster. Lin Tian charges straight in. With his sharp dagger and new strength, he strikes the wolf in the neck, saving the goblin holding the ore. The little monster freezes, staring in panic. Lin Tian drops the wolf with that single brutal strike. As it falls, Lin Tian absorbs the beast's magical power. He congratulates the goblin for finding the ore, says the material quality is good, and orders them to find more. When they return, they'll make the weapons. After gathering all the ore they need, the group heads back to the village. When they arrive at the tribe, the goblins are amazed when they realize Lin Tian really did make an effective weapon. Right then, our boy gives them a clear demonstration of what his creation can take down, even wild beasts. Lin Tian shows the chief and the goblins a spear forged from iron ore he collected in the forest. Excited, one of the little monsters, already looking different after getting stronger on the hunt, tells the tribe he saw the boy defeat a magic wolf and save them. Trying to win the goblins' trust, Lin Tian lifts the spear and asks if they want a weapon that powerful. Everyone yells yes. The tribe chief, though, looks uneasy about the boy's success. He takes control, slamming his staff into the ground. Then the priest tells Lin Tian he really didn't lie. The chief praises him for being able to make iron weapons, but he's not done. Trying to prove the boy isn't some hero, the leader tells Lin Tian that if he wants to stay in the tribe, it won't be easy. He'll have to make 50 more spears in just 2 days. After the chief demands an almost impossible number in such a short time, the goblins start whispering about how awful he is, comparing him to humans. Lin Tian meanwhile looks pleased. His plan to win over the little monsters is working. To the leader's surprise, our boy delivers all 50 spears right on time. Lin Tian tells the chief the weapons are finished and delivered, and the goblins celebrate his success. Seeming happy to see him pull off the near impossible, the leader praises him again. Then the priest announces everyone will eat meat to celebrate Lin Tian joining the tribe, sending the little monsters into a frenzy. Everything is going exactly as the boy planned. Everyone's thrilled for a big meat feast. That's when Lua hands Lin Tian a piece of roasted meat, saying it's especially for him, an offering from the priest himself. Our boy accepts it and starts eating the tribe leader's gift. Then something goes wrong. Lin Tian starts to feel sick. Worried, Lua asks if he's okay, as the boy chokes after swallowing the meat. The tribe chief quickly approaches, and the girl freezes in fear. The treacherous leader sneers, calling Lin Tian stupid for trusting him. He says he knew the boy was ambitious, and that challenging his authority will only get him killed. Then the chief puts his hand on Lua's head, holding the girl, convinced Lin Tian is too weak to protect her. The priest asks the boy if he really likes that female. Seeing Lin Tian cares about Lua, the leader tells him to enjoy watching her throat get cut, calling her a traitor. Determined to make an example of her and teach Lin Tian a lesson, the chief says he'll do it so the boy never shows off in front of him again. It looks like Lua's end has come, right there in front of the priest's sharp claws, but then Lin Tian stands up. In a flash, he strikes the chief's arm, shocking everyone and saving his companion. The leader, so confident a second ago, turns pale, trying to understand how the boy, supposedly weakened by poison, could move like that. Sarcastic, Lin Tian mocks the old man, calling him stupid and treacherous for falling into his trap. He tells the priest he already knew he'd try to poison him, and he only played along to make him believe it worked. Realizing he's been fooled, the old man explodes with rage, missing an arm and desperate to finish Lin Tian. The leader charges. Our boy squares up, ready. Quick and agile, Lin Tian slips past the attack and lands another blow on the tribe chief. Now it's the chief who looks finished, and Lin Tian, with his super sharp dagger, is the one who'll end it. After dodging the old man's strike, our boy counterattacks and cuts off the treacherous rat's head. Just like that, the old goblin's tyranny ends. The moment their leader is decapitated, the little monsters panic, unsure what happens next. Lin Tian steps toward them, and they shrink back, fear rising with every step. Then he says what matters. From that moment on, Lin Tian declares he is the new leader of the tribe. He tells the goblins he'll lead them to attack the elves and the humans. Raising his powerful dagger, our boy promises them they'll have meat forever under his rule. The goblins go wild over their new boss's promises and start cheering. Lin Tian points at the old man's body and offers it to his soldiers as a celebration gift. Before long, the little monsters swarm the dead traitor. Mindless and starving, they devour the former leader, executioner. Lin Tian stays cold and determined. Taking over the tribe is only the beginning of his revenge. Next, he'll make the elves raise a stronger generation for his tribe. But something is watching, slipping through the bushes. A beautiful elf spies from the forest's edge, horrified by what she's seeing. Nearby, a strange structure sits high in a tree, with goblins hanging from it as a warning to intruders. A girl brightens when she sees her princess has returned. The spy is an elf princess. The girl asks her to wait because the matriarch is busy, but the young woman insists she has an urgent report. The princess pushes open the door to her mother's chambers, saying she has something important to report about the magical eastern forest, and walks into something she didn't expect. Inside, Kasana finds the curvy queen being courted by several male elves. Kasana freezes, mortified to catch her mother fooling around while danger closes in. Before Kasana can back out, the queen tells her to wait and asks what could be so urgent that she barged in like that. Kasana repeats that she has an important report about the goblin tribe in the forest. Curious and arrogant, the queen scoffs. What could possibly be so urgent about weak, filthy creatures? Kasana tells her she found a big black bear eaten in the magical forest, and she doesn't believe goblins could have killed it. She adds that a few days ago she saw the old leader of the little monsters tribe get finished off by a mysterious young man, and she wonders if it's connected. But her mother only seems to care that there's a new chief. Still arrogant, the queen orders Cassina to take elf soldiers and organize an operation to deal with the possible threat and not to kill them all at once. Stroking a male elf as she speaks, the curvy, beautiful leader explains that goblin hearts are valuable ingredients for potions used by the tribe. Cassina, burning with embarrassment, says she understands the importance of keeping some little monsters alive. Then the naughty queen tells her daughter she's worked hard lately, and as a reward she'll give her an elf to satisfy her, or if she wants she can choose even more. Cassina, completely flustered, leaves, saying she'll investigate at night and return to report if anything happens. Back with the goblins, they plan the attack. Using branches as markers, they make a map and tell Lin Tian the Forest of 1,000 Wonders has about 30 houses in the trees. Pleased with the work, Lin Tian tells his best soldier that when they conquer the elves, he'll get 2 elf girls as a reward. The goblin practically shakes with excitement. Fired up by the promise, Lin Tian's right-hand man says he'll order the others to prepare the weapons. Lin Tian starts putting his strategies into motion. Using the intel, Lin Tian calculates 2 elves per house, 70 total, including 10 in the mines. Wanting to make his tribe stronger, he announces that from now on, they'll hunt in the magical forest. The goblins erupt with excitement. Hunting lets Lin Tian boost his stats, gain more agility, and pick up a wider variety of skills. The goblins also grow stronger in the magical forest. Tirelessly, Lua and Lin Tian hunt magical monsters, stacking skills and steadily increasing their strength. The goblins start using group attacks to bring down bigger beasts and share the stat gains. With the tribe's Devour skill, they absorb ability after ability, raising the overall level to 18 and total power to 250. Lin Tian analyzes the numbers and concludes each elf has around 200 strength. That means the goblin tribe's total power has already surpassed the elves overall. Still, he's invading enemy territory, so he plays it safe. Lin Tian uses the system to simulate an attack and study the results. At his request, the goblin's life simulation begins. Lin Tian leads the goblin army, now massively stronger toward the elves, confident the attack will succeed. Because of Lin Tian's overconfidence, the little monsters walk straight into an ambush. They get caught in a trap and wiped out. Our protagonist is captured by the elf matriarch and hanged in the Forest of 1,000 Wonders as a warning to the other goblins. Long story short, the system says Lin Tian thought he had everything under control, but he was already in the enemy's hands. In disbelief, he can't accept the outcome after what the simulation showed him. That's when Lin Tian realizes the goblin tribe has been watched the whole time, which is how the elves set up the ambush. Strategic now. The new leader tells the soldiers the little monsters have sharp hearing and smell, and orders everyone to focus and find clues about the spy. Soon, he picks up something hidden in the forest. Using his magic power, our boy spots the spy behind a tree. On a beautiful moonlit night, without realizing she's been found, the princess and her soldiers pull back fast, planning to inform the matriarch about a possible attack. Then several shiny arrows fly toward the fugitives. Somehow one nails the princess right in the butt. Cassina screams in desperation, unable to believe she's been captured. Right after that, she drops to the ground. The beautiful princess panics when she realizes she's paralyzed by the arrow, just like her soldiers, while the goblins praise Lin Tian for hitting an elf. Worried, our boy wonders if the prisoner's body is reacting strangely because of the poison. Sarcastically, Lin Tian tells the princess he didn't think it would be this easy to capture them. Please, the plan is going even better than he imagined. He tells Cassina they showed up at the perfect time. Then the new goblin leader orders them to bring all the elf prisoners back to the tribe. Back in the village, one of the little monsters yells to throw water on the elf, saying the boss has arrived. Cassina looks completely worn out as Lin Tian approaches. Our boy says goblin bodily fluid has a special effect on females, paralysis and arousal. It boosts their chances against the elves, since the elves are matriarchal. Furious and barely able to move, the princess demands to know how filthy creatures dare capture her, and still plan to attack the elf tribe. Cassina tells Lin Tian that without the matriarch's mercy, the elves would have wiped out every goblin already, and if they hurt her, her mother won't forgive them. Sarcastic and confident, our boy mocks the princess. Then the reincarnated guy throws Cassina to the ground, saying he finds it interesting she keeps talking about mercy. Lin Tian tells her the elves she describes and the elves her underlings describe don't sound like the same people. Her soldiers are dumb, but they don't lie. He adds that her tribe could have wiped out every goblin in the forest, yet plenty are still alive, and he doesn't buy that it's mercy. Certain of victory, Lin Tian tells the princess she doesn't need to say anything else. Tonight the goblin tribe will go to the elves and find out the truth. Our protagonist tells the soldiers they can split up the 2 prisoners who were taken out and devour their abilities. The leader of the little monsters looks at the princess and asks what he plans to do with her. Not imagining what's coming, Cassina gets desperate and begs for mercy, but she'll be the next one to get pounded by the future goblin god. After messing around with the princess, Lin Tian's stats go up, unlocking new abilities. Back in the elf tribe, the matriarch looks insatiable. Her subjects beg for a break, saying they can't keep satisfying her because the tonic ran out. The naughty queen says they should have captured more goblins the last time they went hunting. The exhausted subjects stumble in after catering to the matriarch's desires, and she asks about Cassina. One elf says she still hasn't come back. That same soldier asks the tribe's mother if she wants them to search for her daughter and use the chance to finish off some goblins. leveling up the warriors. Worried, the matriarch agrees, saying he'll take some soldiers to support Kasana against the little monster's tribe. Then someone arrives and says the queen's daughter won't be coming back, leaving her terrified, unsure who it is. In the darkness, Lin Tian appears and fires arrows toward the queen. The matriarch's soldier takes one right in the forehead. Desperate, the queen catches the next arrow before it hits her. Accompanied by his loyal soldiers, Lin Tian tells the queen he captured her daughter, and that soon Kasana, sarcastically, our boy tells the matriarch that this way, now they'll be a family. Brave, the queen refuses to surrender and grabs a sword to defend her people. She demands to know what Lin Tian did to her daughter. He just mocks her again. Furious, the matriarch charges, swearing she'll finish him off. Lin Tian dodges her attack without any trouble, and tells her the elf tribe is already surrounded. If she surrenders, she might be treated well. Then the stunning elf matriarch freezes, paralyzed by the goblin's poison. Lin Tian tells her the arrow was coated with the little monster's fluid, and it causes paralysis in elves. He advises her to stay still. In that moment, the horny matriarch realizes how easily she was captured. Lin Tian says he heard her talking about upgrade tools and excitement tonics, and he figures that was the goblin's plan for the elves. Facing the blade of her future owner, the matriarch realizes she's staring at the new leader of the little monster's tribe Kasana mentioned, the one she didn't take seriously. The queen flinches when she hears screams for help outside her treehouse. Lin Tian tells her time to decide is running out. He drags the tribe's mother to the window so she can see he's not kidding, then tells her now is the time to talk about cooperation. The queen can't believe what's happening outside her quarters. The elves scream and beg their tribe's mother to save them, saying they don't want to be taken by the goblins. The matriarch grows more desperate by the second. Furious, she demands to know what they did to her village. Lin Tian says that right then the little monsters aren't weaker than the elves anymore. He reminds her that when the elf tribe was strong they wiped out the goblins, and it's only natural the little monsters would take revenge once they got stronger. Lin Tian says he needs more strong goblin warriors, and that's why they still need the elves. As for what happens to them after they've been used, he says it depends on the tribe mother's attitude. The naughty queen finally surrenders, begging for mercy so they'll spare her children and let everyone live. The matriarch kneels before Lin Tian. The beautiful queen agrees to stay and let her elves have children with the goblins, making them stronger. Back in the little monster's village, Kasana is devastated to see that even her mother was captured. The queen apologizes to her daughter for not believing they could be defeated. The matriarch says that right then only defenseless women and children were left to preserve the elves' bloodline. Then she adds that all the elf girls had already played with the goblins. Trying to calm her daughter, the matriarch says that from that moment on they can only survive inside the little monster's tribe. Lin Tian tells the queen and her daughter he'll take care of them all and give them 3 meals a day. But if they have bad intentions, they shouldn't blame him for being cruel and finishing them off. Thinking about what's best for everyone, the matriarch says she got the message. Then the queen tells Lin Tian she has a request. She says they're all her children and asks if he can take care of them. Right then Lua shows up, struggling to handle so many elven and goblin children. Lin Tian understands the matriarch is like this because of the infinite maternal love attribute elves have. Lua calls for the tribe leader, saying she can't take care of all those kids alone. So Lin Tian grants the matriarch's request and lets her take care of the elven children, confident those babies will bring considerable strength to the tribe in the future. With the goal of getting stronger, our boy uses the system to view his status. Looking over the stats, Lin Tian wonders if his qualification has already been unlocked to the highest level, because recently the values he got were converted into attributes. He concludes that right now, he just needs to keep having children to directly increase his power. He looks over his tribe and sees everything is going according to plan. Lin Tian is sure his current strength is already enough to finish off Lopaloder. Little by little, more elf babies with goblin looks are born, but the elf girls feel disgusted after giving birth, begging them to take those terrifying little monsters away from them. Our protagonist asks Lua how many babies have been born so far, and the girl answers that it's between 30 and 40. Next, Kasana shows up desperate and in a lot of pain. Lin Tian looks worried because the princess is pregnant with his child. He rushes to her as she screams through labor. The queen tries to help her daughter, begging the princess not to give up. Terrified for her firstborn, the matriarch pleads with Lin Tian to help deliver the baby, since it's Kasana's first time giving birth. Lin Tian wants to help, and he's worried about Kasana and the child, so he tells Lua to spread the princess's legs. Seeing he's about to help her daughter, the matriarch asks if he really knows how to deliver a baby. He says he knows enough. Kasana doesn't believe him, and says she doesn't want him touching her. Annoyed, Lin Tian tells her to shut up, saying the kids are his too. In the end, he delivers the baby and says the princess is fine now. Afterward, Lua praises Lin Tian for saving Kasana's life. Lin Tian stays humble and says it was nothing special. Then they hear screams from another cage. Lin Tian finds goblins panicking over an elf begging for help because she had just given birth. Something feels off. With his dagger in hand and the matriarch beside him, Lin Tian hurries to the cage where the goblins are trying to take the elf by force and orders them to stop. He warns them to wait until the females recover completely or they'll face consequences. He also orders that from then on, Each elf will get an extra portion of fruit on top of the usual. Stunned, the matriarch says he's different from ordinary goblins. Lin Tian tells her the better they behave, the better the treatment will be. Again, Lin Tian uses the simulation to see what his revenge plan looks like after that. It says that after a lot of effort he wins over the elf tribe, gets all the elf women pregnant, and they give birth to goblins with stronger attributes. As the village numbers grow, Lin Tian decides it's time to get revenge on Loader and the others. He sneaks into Brighttown alone and finds the group. After the simulations, the system gives him 3 options, each with a different score tied to its ending. Lin Tian wonders if he really found them, and remembers his current strength is